Maybe just revert back to that one.
I did. Revert back to that one. So what I'm going to do is do that. Do that. All right, guys, what's going on? Obviously, we cannot see ourselves on. We can't see ourselves literally on this here. Hopefully, you guys can hear us okay. Um, we are going to try our best to make sure that you guys are seeing us and seeing us okay. Feel free to put it in chat. Let us know if you guys can see us okay, and we will go from there. All right. So today we are going to be talking about why you guys want to start a solar panel cleaning business. I think that is important because there's a lot of you guys that don't understand the business itself, what you're getting into, and so forth. So feel free to comment and say what you guys need to say in chat. It's going to be a delay, obviously, but we'll do the best we can. Um, we can see all the comments here on. Um, we can see it on our small camera that we have. Hopefully, you guys can hear us. We have a new microphone that we're using, and so we want to give that a shot and see what happens. But yeah, so we apologize for for all this, all these problems here, but we are going to get it corrected. Normally, we don't have any problems, but today, for some reason, don't know. Maybe that's a sign that I have to buy a brand new computer.
A PC, not iMac.
No, we never go to PC. Yeah, so if you guys can hear us, feel free, let us know, and so forth. We are coming into springtime for solar panel cleaning. We're starting to get extremely busy with solar panel cleaning, extremely busy, and so we're picking up a lot of calls right now, picking up a lot of new clients, also old clients that we've had before, and so we're excited about that um, because they're coming back and so forth, and um, we're picking up lots of work. Today we went out and we bidded on 7 commercial properties today in Irvine, and so we just put in the bids for all those, and we'll see what happens. And then we have quite a few other bids that we have to put in, along with bird proofing and all that good stuff. But um, we get a lot of people that are call us about starting the business, getting into the business itself, and I want to make sure that you guys, before you even get into this business, you know what you're getting into. And if you guys can hear us, let us know. That way, we know that you can hear us. So, because we're just going by what we see here. Hello, Tara Lynn. Haven't seen you on for a long time, but welcome. Um, and so we want to make sure that when you get into this business, that you guys know exactly what you are getting into, because a lot of you are getting into this business and don't have a clue of of the solar panel cleaning business. Is it being full time? Is it being a seasonal thing? Is it being 6 months out of the year, 9 months out of the year, all year around? um, and I can tell you that from my experience, um, we keep from my experience, if you are a solar panel cleaning company, then you are basically going to be working 6 months out of the year. If you are a solar panel cleaning company that has other services, well, you can stay busy all year round. There's guys out here that do um, Christmas lights. They do um, bird proofing. They do other things, window cleaning, pressure washing, you name it. They stay busy all year round by providing those services. Um, Even gutter cleaning while it's raining. They provide those type of services, but then they sit there and say, well, we're a solar panel company, but we do all these businesses all year round. I didn't want to do that with my company because I wanted to concentrate with Google on a couple of services, and it's worked out for us extremely well when it comes to people finding us on the internet, finding us um, as a solar panel cleaning company. We're even seeing that now to where we're getting more commercial jobs, a lot more commercial jobs, as far as um, commercial giving us a call, us putting in bids, 5,000 solar panels plus. So we're staying busy in that aspect. And we want to make sure that we go out there and do what we can. Susan's feeling a little under the weather right now. She's got a real bad cough. And so I'm actually getting over that cough. Still have it, but not as bad as it was a couple of weeks ago. So if you guys have any comments, you guys want to say anything, feel free to put it in chat um, and so forth. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of you guys don't agree with me, and I'm seeing that on the internet. I'm seeing that you guys don't agree with what I'm saying, and I just want you to know these are my point of views. This is what I see in the industry. This is what I see people doing. And all I'm doing is trying to comment on what we've seen as a solar panel cleaning company for the last 4 years. And some of you guys can't accept that. That's too bad. You can accept it. You cannot accept it. That's totally up to you. If you guys feel like you guys can go out there and clean solar panels when it's raining and people are calling you the same as they're calling you from the winter to the summer to the winter, you're getting the same volume of calls, then okay, great. But I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it for you. I'm going to tell you this is what the industry looks like. So we get people that call us for commercial, and when we do commercial pricing, we already know commercial pricing is totally different than residential. A lot of you guys don't know that. A lot of you guys don't know that commercial is totally different than residential. So some of you guys want to get in residential, some of you guys want to get into commercial, and some of you guys want to do window cleaning. That's all fine. That's all good. We're not talking, negative. Well, all we're trying to do is make sure that you understand when you get into this business what you're getting into. And as long as you know what you're getting into, that's all that matters. So we don't sugarcoat it here. We tell you what you need to hear. The good, the bad, the ugly. That's the way it is. And a lot of you guys, and I'm hearing it on other podcasts, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into it, But there's some of you guys that think that I have a negative attitude, which I really don't. It's just the way that I come off with a lot of people. And I'm going to tell you how it is. Because I don't like to bullshit people. I don't like to sit there and tell them something that you want them to hear just because you're out there trying to do something with your own channel or whatever. You're going out there and you're feeding people all this just for the benefit of yourself. That's not what we do here. We are trying to explain to you and tell you what you're getting into, what you're really getting into when you're getting into solar panel cleaning. There's guys out here on the internet that's saying that you can start this business for peanuts. I mean, for a couple of $1,000s. That's not the case, people. You're going to start out in this business at least spending a good $3,000 if you do it right. If you buy the right equipment, solar panel cleaning. Now, you heard me right. Solar panel cleaning, not so much window cleaning, not so much any other stuff. You know, gutter cleaning, something very basic. You know, so we don't sit there and tell you, oh yeah, you're going to spend $5,000, $4,000, $3,000 on starting this business, feeding you a pipe dream, because that's not the case. The case is, if you really want to succeed in this business, plan on spending thousands of dollars, whether it's your equipment or anything else. Plan on that, because if you want to buy the top-notch equipment, you're going to be spending money. I don't care if it's a rotating brush or if it's, power washing equipment, or buying equipment such as deionizing water filtration tanks. You got to sit there and make sure that you do what you need to do to make this business succeed every single time. That you every day. And we here, we are always out getting new work. That's one thing that we always do. Today, tomorrow, yesterday, we are out there going after work. And we want to make sure that this business grows every single year. And it has. And we've been getting lots of calls, and we've been getting lots of people as far as business is concerned. And for us, we're doing great. We're doing really, really good when it comes to solar panel cleaning. We're not doing gutter cleaning. We're not doing window cleaning. We're not doing any of that, because I just don't have time for it. Not that I don't want to, I just don't have time. I have more jobs in solar panel cleaning right now, bird proofing right now, than anything else. What makes us money is those two right there. And anybody who's in this business is going to tell you what really makes you money. There are so many people out here doing bird proofing right now. It's ridiculous. And we see that. We know that. We knew that this wasn't going to be forever. But it's funny, because we still get lots and lots of phone calls. We still get a lot of people calling us for bird proofing, and we are still booking bird proofings. We have bird proofings tomorrow. We have bird proofings the next day, and the next day. And today is only Monday. And we have bird proofing throughout the whole week. And we have solar panel cleaning. Tomorrow, I'll give you an example. Tomorrow, we have bird proofing plus 5 solar panel cleanings tomorrow. 5. That is a full day for me. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are working. And like I said, we are getting busier and busier and busier. There's a lot of competition out there. We see them. We see we even have people telling us, "Hey, can you match this price, or can you match this price?" And we'll be honest with them. We'll tell them straight out, "Nope, we can't match that price. I suggest you go call him, because the type of work that he's probably going to do is not going to be what we do." And so we want to make sure that we go out there and do the best job possible, you know. And so when we do that, we make sure that we go out and do what we need to do. Um, Carolyn says, when you started your business, about how much did you start with? Tara Lynn, Rick and myself started with $20,000. That's what we started out with: buying the van, buying the equipment from Mark, buying the brush, the Solitech brush, the C1000, buying another C1000, buying the twins, buying a lot of stuff. I mean, this adds up. It added up tremendous. We were looking close to $30,000 on our first year, just with our equipment, our van, our filtration systems, everything, just everything in general, ladders, you name it. We're not even talking advertising. That's a whole different animal right there. I spent almost $30,000 just in advertising on our first 2 years. First 2 years. And we would spend $2,000 a month easily on advertising just to get ourselves out there. And we did that. And then we got into it so much that we had five advertising companies that we were working with, and we didn't know which one was working for us, because we were getting phone calls after phone calls after phone calls. Now it's like we don't do any advertising. We get a lot of organic sales, and excuse me, the organic sales are coming in now tremendously. And so we get a lot of call us, and we're not advertising on Yelp. We're not advertising on Nextdoor, other places. We're not, because we don't have to anymore. We're actually having people call us, well, which is a good thing. So let me see here. I'm hoping that our signal is still there, and we will see.
Mhm.
Oh, yep, looks like it is. Let me see here. If you guys have anything to say, just go ahead and put it in chat. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions and do what we need to do to, answer those questions. Thank you guys for coming on, by the way. It's been a while since we've been on their YouTube channel, just because we've been really busy. And so we want to make sure that, we're out here giving you advice. We still go out and we still come on and give advice. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to give you advice. This YouTube channel is going to continue on for many, many years to come. I can tell you that right now. With Susan and myself, we answer a lot of questions, and we go out there and we do what we need to do to help you out. We even had somebody reach out today that is, we're coaching, and they reached out, and we're putting up more sessions for them, just so they can go ahead and follow up on what they wanted to do. Stop the sickness. Do you think Yelp is a waste for starters? Yeah, I really do. Look, you can advertise on whatever you want. We don't care. It's your money. But when you go out and you advertise on Yelp, Nextdoor, all these other companies, they are going to charge you a premium. And that premium could be $400 to $600 a month. And they're going to tell you you're going to get this many leads. If you don't get people that are actually calling you and talking to you, then those leads are really no good, because there's people out there that will simply click, give me a quote. And guess what? That is a $6 lead. That is a $10 lead. That is an $8 lead, whatever Yelp is charging. And let me tell you, Yelp charges a lot of money for solar panel cleaning. A lot of money. They're almost as bad as Google. When you do Google ads, you're paying $10 to $13 per click when you're doing advertising. Facebook, I can't tell you, because I don't advertise on Facebook. There's guys out here that go to the store, was it the marketplace, and advertise on the marketplace and do that for free. So there's a lot of people out there doing that. So you can go out there and do marketplace, But TJ says, I would like to go after solar farms, but not sure how to supply enough water logistically. Now, think about this. Let's talk, and I want you to chime in on this, Susan. People have the mindset of going after big farms, going after the big accounts. When it comes to your experience, what would you rather a person that is brand new start off with? Residential, commercial, industrial, solar farms, carports, rooftops. What would you like to see a person start out with that is starting this business and is brand new? You tell me from your experience, and then I'm going to follow up on that, okay?
I would start off with residential.
Why is that?
Because it's quick money.
Quick money.
And you'll get a feel of what it's like to clean the solar panels up on the rooftop of residential.
Okay, so we got quick money. We want learning how to clean solar panels. Okay, and is there anything else that you can think of as far as residential?
You can build your clientele faster with residential.
Very, very good answer. Because how many repeat customers have you booked in the last 2 months?
I booked quite a bit. I don't know the exact number, but
is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 30? Is it 40? Is it 50?
Probably, I can't say, maybe 15, 20.
15 or 20. We're just going to go with 15 or 20, okay? So you got to remember, it's still raining. It's still the off season, but we're booking repeat customers, okay? Now, let's talk about commercial. Let's talk about solar farms. Solar farms
is a whole different ballgame.
It's a whole different ballgame. You better have a lot of money up front to do solar farms, TJ. Well, first of all, you cannot charge $4, $5, $10 per panel when you're doing solar farms.
TJ, why do you want to go after solar farms? Have you done residential? Why in particular do you want to go after solar farms?
You just said in your comment, and this is what a lot of people face, is water issues. If you were to go out and get a water meter from the city, you're looking a minimum just to get the water meter around $2,000 to put in the application, get the water meter, hook it up to a hydrant, and then you get charged for water usage. So there are people out there that are charging in the neighborhood of, I want to say the cheapest is going to be 25 cents per panel. And you can go all the way up to maybe $1, if that, per panel. Because solar farms owners, they are looking at their best interest. They're not going to spend $30, $40, $50,000 on something that doesn't make sense to them. They want to go as cheap as possible. You got guys out there that have the huge sunbrush tractors, all that are out there going to be cleaning solar panels, or out there cleaning the solar panels, but they're not charging $2, $3, or $5, or $10 per panel. They're not. Residential, you can charge that and get away with it. It's commercial that even if you had a huge account, we're going to say 50,000 solar panels. About the time that you got done with all those 50,000 solar panels, you still got to wait for your money, because they're not going to pay you up front. Tell you that right now. They are not. You're going to have to wait. And just for example, and I'm using me as an example, when we go out there and we do FedEx, when we do Kohl's, when we do Target, when we do all these big corporations, and we clean those solar panels, we're waiting at least, how many days, Susan, do we have to wait for our money?
60.
60 days. So if I got to go out and I got to get a boom lift, I either got to get that on credit, or I'm going to have to pay for it all up front. Up front, in order to complete that job. This is what I'm talking about when we say you better have a lot of money up front to pay for some of this stuff. Because, guys, I'm telling you right now, you are getting into a world that you know nothing about. When it comes to solar panel farms, that right there, my friend, is going to spend lots of money. And if you think that you're going to go out there and do carports and go out there and try to clean carports very easily, you got another thing coming. Now you're renting boom lifts, scissor lifts, getting the manpower to go out there and clean some of these carports, which is the hardest thing to clean, by the way, just so everybody knows. Carports requires a lot of equipment, a lot of time, and it is not something that you're going to charge $5 per panel, $3 per panel. You're not going to charge that, because they're not going to do it. You actually, it's way less than that. And if you guys think that you guys can do it for $4, $5 per panel, and you get it, that, my friend, is a blessing in disguise. You better run with that if you get something like that. Now, I'm not saying that you're not able to do that. I'm not saying that you're not able to go get a farm, or you're not able to get commercial building, or you're not be able to get carports for $5 or $6 per panel. If that's what you want to charge, go for it. But I can tell you from experience, and anybody who's in this business can tell you from experience, that is a far cry of getting that particular contract for $5 to $10 per panel, as opposed to residential. Residential, you can go out there and charge $5, $10 per panel and get away with it and get paid right away. You can do that. That's not a problem. But when it comes down to you going out there and you are doing commercial, that's a whole different ball game. Stop the Sickness says, is a two-story apartments considered commercial or residential? It's considered residential. Okay. Not commercial. Commercial is going to be a commercial building. You have apartment complex that have um, they have people that run that management companies, and you consider that a residential cleaning, even though you can have 150 apartments in there and you have just the um, uh, whole row of solar panels that you need to clean. Um, you can do it, for example, $500 a building. You can say, hey, I'm going to charge $500 a building or $750 a building for 30, 40, 50 panels. You can do it that way if you want to. You can't do that in commercial. You got 5,000 solar panels, you're not charging that much money. It's a totally different pricing when it comes to that. And this is where people get confused. People go out there and they don't understand this business. They don't understand it. Guys, Susan's not feeling good. She's got a real bad cough, so forgive us. And trying to do this. We got a lot of people on right now. Thank you guys for coming on. We really appreciate that. If you guys like what you're hearing, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We appreciate that. That helps out our YouTube our YouTube channel, and we appreciate every single one of you guys. So we are actually reading some of the comments here. I'm sorry, guys. We are like on a big delay right now when it comes to the the comments, because I'm actually looking at them here and then I'm looking at them over here until I can get this thing fixed. But yeah, so when it comes down to that, guys, if you are starting, I highly suggest that you start out in residential and do the best you can with residential, and think about the equipment that you are starting out with, because there are guys out here right now that are using window cleaning equipment. They're up there for an hour and a half, cleaning a lot of panels. And if you have, like, say, for example, rotating brush or something that's going to get it done a lot quicker, then obviously it will take a lot less time. Like, for example, tomorrow we have bird proofing and we have 5 cleanings to do, and that's going to take us most of the day. Now, if I had a water fed pole and I had 5 cleanings, I can guarantee you I would not be done at a reasonable time. It's just what you have. And look, we're not faulting anybody for what they have. Okay. If that's what you have and that's all you have, run with it. Make your money with it. It's no problem. We encourage anybody and everybody to go out there and and start their business with what they have. Not everybody can afford the equipment that we have.
Don't burn yourself out by being out there, for 10, 12 hours. Kind of spread it out in the week. That way, at least you're not tiring yourself out.
Yeah, because it's a lot of work. I mean, we're getting so much work right now that I'm contracting some work out because I can't do it on my own. So I'm contracting a lot of work out right now for some commercial accounts. We have commercial accounts that we have to redo and re-clean, and we know that. But we're going to be contracting a lot of the work out just so we can concentrate on other things while we're doing that. It's one thing that we've learned throughout the years is If you can't handle it, you get people to help you handle it. And some people have some equipment that is compatible or just as good, and we're more than happy to go out there and work with them on that. Top G Solar Cleaning LLC. I can't see what he says. What did he say on
What are
there?
we going to do with these dudes out here that are charging way below industry standards?
Nothing.
I get they won't last, but there's so many.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we guys there, and that's the problem is with uh, an industry that's not regulated. An industry that isn't regulated, of course, they're going to go out there and charge what they want because they can. Anybody can start this business at, if they want to, for as cheap as possible. There's guys out there with a bucket, mop, cleaning solar panels. And, the thing is, customers, they see this. And it's whether you want to go out there as a customer, you want to go and have somebody clean your $50,000 system, $40,000, $30,000 system with, you know, it to me, it's like if I was paying for a Tesla system that was $70,000, I wouldn't want somebody over there to scratch my glass. I wouldn't want somebody to use something that is not equipped to clean the solar panels. I wouldn't want somebody to go out there and charge me $50, get up there and clean it real quick without me even seeing what is actually being done. And a lot of people don't realize that the damage or any damages that have been done until after that person leaves and they come back 6 months later, a year later, and somebody else comes up and says, hey, you got some broken panels up here. Hey, you got some broken tiles up here. Hey, you got this up here. This is why we take pictures. Every single time we go up to somebody's home, we're taking a picture, whether they're broken tiles or what have you. We're always doing stuff like that to make sure we cover our butts, and that way we can sit there and say, we didn't do it. Whoever did this last time, that's who did it, or somebody else. We don't know. We don't know who's been up there. So Top G, yeah, there's guys out here that, yeah, they are confusing the customers, but there's guys out here, and Susan just pointed this out when she took a picture, as a matter of fact, of you took a picture of
What?
a sign. Remember that sign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I went out to I went out to give a quote.
oh, and I wasn't there. As a matter of fact, I was gone, and she went out and she was giving out a quote, and so she called me, took a picture of the sign, and go ahead.
Well,
you can finish that story up.
Forgive me if I step away, but I was giving out a quote for bird proofing, and as I was leaving, I turned the corner and I saw a sign that says solar panel cleaning for $97 is what they're advertising, and they had their phone number. And this is in
$97. But see, here's where the false advertisement comes in, because they put signs out there for $97 solar panel panels. They do not tell you how many panels that actually covers. By law, if somebody wants to challenge it, they can literally have a 60 panel system, hire them, and have them clean all 60 panels for $97, because technically,
well,
there's go ahead.
On their sign, it said solar panel cleaning, bird proofing, and I think window cleaning or something for $97.
Okay, but did it say how many?
No.
Did it say for bird proofing? Did it say
No.
$97 for
Doesn't
bird
say
proofing?
how many per panel or anything. It just, that's all it said.
Yeah. So Top G says, for example, there was an array that needed bird proofing. I quoted them about 1,000. Next thing I know, customer calls me and says, I have a dude that he's willing to do it for 500. I was like, what the, you know, like I don't care about being beaten, but at least be somewhat close. Well, Top G,
We've had customers that have called us and said they shopped around and they said this person could do it for this much. And we tell them, well, if you want to go ahead and do that, go ahead and do that. But we're not going to go that low because you want to quote what you're worth, and you want to explain to them the reasons why you quote the way you do, because you want to tell them that you're doing good quality work and not just going out there and just getting the cheap material and cleaning the panels once and that's it, you're done.
yeah, we've been down that road many times before, and we stopped that. We stopped that really quick. And the way to stop that, Top G, is get a deposit. If you're able to get a deposit from the customer is telling you they are going with you. You can give them a quote all day long, but what's going to prevent a customer from calling other companies out there and getting a cheaper price? It's going to happen. These guys are going to say, well, what did they quote you? And they're going to tell them what you quoted.
Well,
and
one customer, I asked them when I gave them the quote, this is for example, I asked them after I gave them the quote, they said, oh, that's a little high. I said, okay, well, you tell me, what kind of price are you looking at? And they told me, and I said, okay, well, we can go as low as this, but we're not going to go any lower. And I explained him the reasons why we charge the way we do, gave him the whole explanation. And he said, okay, you know what, you're right. I said, you're spending a lot on your investment. You want to make sure it's done right. The job is done right. And you don't want to just get a pest control company out there. You don't want to get somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. You want somebody out there that has experience and is licensed and insured. And he said, yeah, you're right. So he stuck with the price that I quoted him. I went down maybe 100 or 200, but it wasn't that much. And he's like, okay, go ahead and book me. But I'm starting to ask them, well, what kind of price range are you looking for?
There are people out there that are so desperate right now, so desperate to get work, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to go out there and offer free services, offer whatever, just to get what they need to get. And for us, we're not willing to do that, because I can tell you right now, when I go up there and I do a bird proofing, we clean underneath, we clean on top, we take the skirts off the Tesla panels, we put them underneath, we do everything. We don't do any shortcuts whatsoever. We clean the concrete on the bottom. We do a lot of stuff that requires a lot of labor. And I am not willing to go out there and do it for a couple of $100. No, I'm worth a lot more than that.
Now, what I did, I spent 2 hours with a customer trying to give them a quote, explaining them everything. And I ended up getting it. But that's how much time I spent with them to make sure that they understood my reasoning for giving them that quote, and have them compare. Well, do you want this person to go up there and give chicken wire, because that's what they're going to use? They're going to use chicken wire.
We saw chicken wire today when we went out. we went to a customer, and just today, and we booked that customer for future cleaning and some other services. But then we went ahead, we looked across the street, clear as day, chicken wire going all the way around their panels.
And it was falling apart.
And it was already falling apart. And we just sat there and just shook our head, because people are willing to go out there and do it themselves. And they don't know what they're doing. And they actually are causing more damage than anything when they go out there and they do stuff like that.
Well, and the customer said, well, the lady across the street said that she saw a pest control company come by.
There's a lot of companies out here doing this stuff now. A lot. You got people that have no business going out there and doing this type of service. You got, I'm not going to say, but all I'm saying is there's advertisements out there for $97, $50 for cleanings, bird proofings for a couple $100. And if you're willing to go out there and have them put the cheapest material on there, you're willing to have them scratch your glass on your solar panels, you're willing to have them go up on your roof with no insurance whatsoever, or do any type of damage. And how are you as a customer to know this, to know that they did any type of damage until it's too late, So, to me, we've been in this business, like I said, for over 4 years now, and it's just getting better and better for us, because we're not stooping to that level. We're making money. If you have to make money off of every single job that you do. If you can do that, then you don't need other services out there. You don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be doing that. There's other guys out there that do it. That's no problem. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm not lazy because I go out there and not do it. I know what my services I want to do. I don't want to do bird proof. I don't want to do gutter cleaning. I don't want to clean windows. I don't want to do any of that, because that takes a lot of time. It's not because, look, I'll refer it to somebody else who's that's their specialty. We just picked up a huge account and we put in a bid for window cleaning. And that window cleaning, we're giving it to somebody else to go clean windows. While we go out there and we clean solar panels, and we bid it on the solar panels, and we got that bid, we go out there and we clean solar panels, concentrate on that because we have the right equipment. And then we also bid thousands of dollars for the windows, all the commercial windows, all the way around, inside and out. We let other companies, window cleaning companies, let them do it. Let them go out there and do that. If I have somebody that wants to do that and get their gutters clean, I tell them no. First of all, I don't have the equipment for it. Second of all, I'm not willing to sit at an edge of a roof all the way around to clean gutters and not make a whole lot of money off of it, when I could be making a lot more money doing bird proofing or solar panel cleaning, whether it's commercial or whether it's residential.
Now, what we do, we refer people that we know that we trust to do that other work. So that way we don't leave that. For me, that's a way to be to keep the customer happy. Because we don't do that type of work, we're like, you know what? I know somebody very well that can do that for you. Here's their number. Give them a call. Tell them that we referred you.
Yeah.
And they're happy with that.
Now,
whether they call them or not, well, we don't know. but at least we gave them that option to give.
Look, I got the equipment to do auto detailing, but I'm not going to do it because it's just tons of work. But I know a guy who that's his specialty. He does auto detailing, and guess what? I will refer that person to him and say he'll take care of you. Doesn't matter what it is. There's guys out there that have different specialities that they do. That's what they do. Carolyn says, but people must not know that you've been there, done that. Window cleaning. I do window cleaning, Carolyn, but commercial only and outside only. That's what I do. And I've showed it in a lot of my videos where I've done window cleaning, but for commercial. I've done it. Rick and I have cleaned windows inside and out. And this has got to be one of the worst things for us to do because we just don't have the time to do it. And the customers, they're going to watch everything that you do. And window cleaning, the reason why we don't do window cleaning on the inside, even for commercial, is because of damages. We don't want to sit there and damage somebody's stuff because we have to move a desk or move something to where we can damage something. We just won't do it. So for me, I just tell them, look, we only do the outside and outside only. If you want somebody else to do the inside, you can get that, no problem. And we don't have a problem with that. We do Target. We're a vendor with Target. We clean all their outside windows. And Target, they got their own people that do the inside windows. So it works out perfect for us. And guess what? We do them three months out of the year. 3 months 4 times a year. We do that for Target. And it took us a year and a half just to become a vendor with them. And we still don't get paid till 60 days after we do the job. So we got to pay our guys up front, and we got to wait for our money. That's what happens when you're a business owner.
Now, speaking of commercial, we've had a repeat customer call us to give them another quote, and we did. And now they're looking into wanting us to clean their carports 3 times a year. So they want to do a contract with us.
Yep.
So that's what we're in the process of doing, working with them. And then another company called us and asked us to give them quotes for 7 properties.
7.
And
7 properties.
We went out there.
And we went out there today.
And another company reached out to us wanting us to give them a quote for 4 properties. This is a whole separate company.
A whole separate company. So companies are starting to call and they're starting to get pricing. And that's usually what happens.
So we're not going out there getting commercial accounts. They're actually
coming to us. And it's going to happen.
And people wonder, well, how does that happen for you guys? Because he's out there promoting himself and they see the videos and we see.
I'm going to tell you why people call me. People call me because I'm specialized in 2 things: bird proofing, solar panel cleaning. I get people call me for commercial, industrial, residential, for solar panel cleaning. I get people call me for bird proofing, and the bird proofing, basically, we get tons of calls for that because now the rain has brought these pigeons in. They're going like wildfire, and we're still busy. We're busy this whole week, except for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, we got rain coming, thunderstorms. And if you guys didn't see all the lightning and the thunder last weekend, man, it was brutal. Hail, everything. Yesterday and today we're out here working. Tomorrow we're out there working. We're still booking. We're still out there doing our thing.
We're booked like 3 weeks out.
We're booked 3 weeks out right now. 3 weeks out. every single day, pretty much. Now, does that happen to somebody who just coming into this business? No, it doesn't. It takes a lot. We're not saying we're anybody special. We're not. But we are telling you, you got to watch out for your business as you starting your business. I know Tara Lynn up there in Las Vegas, she pushes a lot of things that Jeff and Tara Lynn, they're out there doing their thing, which is great. They know the industry. They know what makes money for them. You're going to find out the exact same thing. You're going to find out what makes money for you. And it could be anything. And it's funny. Well, let's talk about Ray. Um, Ray started out in the solar panel cleaning business, and then he's up in the high desert, and then he went out there and he started doing auto detailing. Well, that kept him afloat for the off season. That kept him busy. He wasn't getting calls for solar panel cleaning, but he was doing auto detailing now. Now he's doing more auto detailing than anything, and he's got regular customers doing auto detailing. There's guys out here starting a solar panel cleaning business, and you know who you are, that have started out in auto detailing, and then you moved on to solar panel cleaning, and now you're an expert at solar panel cleaning, even though you started out as an auto detailer, but you found out, oh, this is a niche that is young. This is a niche that I'm going to go after. And this is a niche that I'm going to try to teach people how to do this business. And this is where we've come in. And if you looked at every single one of our videos right from the get-go, you're going to find out we started out in solar panel cleaning and we're ending in solar panel cleaning. And this is why people call us for our expertise. This is why we have people giving us a call, commercial and residential, wanting us to go out there and clean their stuff or bird proof or anything else. Now, when you're out here and you're starting this business, the first thing I suggest that you guys do is look at your competition. Because now we have over 100 guys just in our area that anybody can go to. A customer can go to anybody they want, and give them a call and choose the price that they want.
Well, and this customer that I spent 2 hours in person trying to convince, this was a Saturday night, mind you, and Henry wasn't around, and I was driving to go to pickleball because I play pickleball now. So I go into the parking lot. I get a phone call from this customer, and they say, "Well, can somebody come out?" So I leave the parking lot and I go drive 30 minutes to their house and spend a little over 2 hours with them. And this was on a Saturday night. I didn't have to go out there, but I felt like I needed to so that I can take pictures and I could explain to them everything that we do as a company. And they were happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
But, these are things that you have to do if you're out and about and you get a call from a customer and they want you to come down. Well, okay, I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll go and take a look.
See, and that's what it takes. It's just like they called us and said, I need quotes on 7 properties. We don't sit here and wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. When somebody calls us and says they need a quote, we give them a quote right away. We go out there, we take a look at it, we figure out what we need, figure out how much it's going to be, and then this is how we price. For example, we had one building that had 12 panels, commercial. In order for it to make it worth our while, we had to charge them a lot of money. And guess what? We charged them a lot of money, and they said, we need this clean 3 times a year. We didn't expect that. Okay, this is what it is. So we sent a quote for 12 panels on top of a building, a commercial building, and we gave them the residential price because it was so small. We have to make it worth our while. Sometimes you have to do that. Um,
Oh, and we don't use Bitcoin
oh no,
payment.
well let's find out. Stop the Sickness says, do you take other forms of payment like Bitcoin? No, we don't. We don't take Bitcoin just because I'm not experienced with it. We use anything that we use a bank, the processing payments for credit cards. We use all that, but Bitcoin, I don't. I don't use Bitcoin. I'm not familiar with it, of how it works here in the states. I know that it was one of the biggest things that we can do for like international. When I was in Europe, there was a lot of Bitcoin being dealt there, but no, we as a company don't offer those services. Top G says window cleaning takes time uh, especially if they want the screens to be clean and the inside to be clean. I'll do it, but not my favorite service. Yeah, I mean, if it makes you money and it's something that you want to do or you have the equipment to do it, we're not telling you not to do it. We're telling you go out there and do the services you want to provide. But nobody's going to tell me how to run my business. Nobody's going to tell me what services I need to provide. Only we are going to do that. So when we advertise on our van and we advertise on our Google, my business, people know they're calling a solar panel cleaning company, SoCal, Southern California, solar panel cleaning company. They know that. And that's who they're dealing with. And they ask, do you do commercial? Yes, we do. Can you put in a bid for it? Yes, we can. And we'll do that. And we'll do that. Um, Lewis Bourne, in your opinion, what should the industry standards be for quoting commercial buildings and carports or even residential for solar cleaning? My opinion is they got to have these prices up even higher than what we charge right now. So if you are in the commercial space, you could be charging thousands of dollars, because this is what's going to happen. You're going to have to use money up front, your own money up front, in order to provide the services for commercial. Commercial is not going to go out there and pay you 50% up front, 25% up front. Most of them don't. Most of them won't. So you're going to have to figure out, well, do I need a tractor with a 26-foot, arm on there to clean all these solar panels? Or do I need a Solitech brush? Or do I need a window cleaning equipment to clean this? So you got to go out there and figure out what your time is worth. If your time is worth $10 a panel, so be it. If your time is worth 25 cents per panel, so be it. But a lot of companies already know what the industry standards are. When you get into commercial, you can't charge $5 per panel. Even though there's a video out there with a guy charging $16,000 for a school that I've never, ever, ever charged, was able to charge that much money cleaning solar panels. Now, to me, you got to prove that shit. If you're going to go out there and say, oh, I've done this for $16,000, when we know the industry standards is way below that, you're not going to go out there and people will sit there and go, oh, wow, you're killing it. You're killing it out there. But you don't have that every single day. You don't have that every single day, because those are the prices. You can't charge those type of prices. Not unless you're doing a whole hell of a lot more. Cleaning solar panels, cleaning the gutters, cleaning the rooftops, um, cleaning the roof itself, pressure washing. That all has to be included in the 16,000 or whatever you want to charge or say that you're charging. But when it comes down to it, commercial, you are going to spend tons and tons of money, and you're going to burn lots and lots of time in order to do commercial. If you want to make fast cash and you want to do that, stay away from commercial. If you want to go out there and get these Targets, the Costco's, the FedExes, the UPSs, all these other accounts that we have, if you want to go after that, expect to go out there and clean them first and get your money 60 days later. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. Oh, they'll put you down as a vendor. And once they put you down as a vendor, guess what happens? You got to wait for your money. That's what you have to do. You have to wait for your cash. And believe me, we've waited 3 months in some cases just doing carports. Carports is one of the hardest things to clean because you either got scissor lift, a boom lift, and you got lots of labor cleaning those. And then you pack up, you turn everything back in, and guess what? You still got to pay that bill for the scissor lift. You still got to pay that bill for for your employees. You still got to pay that bill for the boom lift or whatever else that you're going to rent, the water and everything else, and your time. Your time. That's what you are, everything up front. So if you want to get into commercial, more power to you. Have at it, but you're going to learn, and you're going to learn very, very fast. You better have lots of money if you're willing to do that. Guys, we've been on for almost an hour and 7 minutes already. And, we want, we're kind of hoping that we can see ourselves on here, but we can't. But so I'm hoping that you guys learned something today, especially you guys getting into this business. This is not a full-time gig for us. We do have our off season, especially when it starts to rain. We got to do other stuff, and we got to survive, and we got to make sure that we go out there and price things right. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys out here. Top G Cleaning says, sounds like a lot of stress for minimum reward. Yes, it's a lot of stress for new people coming into this business. And believe me, we're seeing a lot of them fail. We're seeing a lot of them give up all their stuff. We're seeing a lot of them that have bought stuff and just turning it back in and saying, I got to sell this because they can't survive. And if you don't have a presence out there in the Google world, then you're missing the boat. I see lots and lots and lots of solar panel cleaners on Instagram. All they're doing is catering to each other. That's it. I mean, I don't know a whole lot of people that get a lot of business off Instagram, but if you do, great. I'm not saying that you don't, but all I'm saying is as a company, we know exactly what to target, and it's been proven now. And now we're getting a lot of organic sales. We don't go out there and spend money on pay-per-click anymore, not like we used to several years ago. I spent lots of money on that, and the rewards are finally starting to pay off. Finally, after 4 years. And now we're getting busier and busier and busier. And I'm not slamming you guys that are on Instagram or TikTok or any other platform, Facebook. I'm not slamming you at all. All I'm telling you is, there's certain places that work for us TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Yelp, Nextdoor is not for us. We don't advertise there. And there's a reason for that. You will spend thousands and thousands of dollars advertising in those places. Yeah, Top G says, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of skids on Facebook Marketplace, people throwing in the towel. I mean, it's because look at the weather out here, Top G. You're in this area, you know, you know. People, it starts to rain, people stop calling. And people were sitting here buying all this stuff and they can't use it because nobody's calling them, or they don't know how to advertise. They don't know how to go out there and go after some of these people, or call. When some of these people call, they're not answering their phones. They're sitting there and they're just like, oh yeah, leave me a voicemail. And then people don't like that. They want to have somebody pick up the phone right away. There's guys out here that have full-time jobs, and yet they're doing, solar panel cleaning on the weekends, or solar panel cleaning right after work or something. And it's you treat this either as a hobby or a business. We've always treated this as a business, and this is how it's getting paid off. We're getting paid off as a business because we treat it as a business. Guys, with that being said, thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. And I'm sorry we couldn't go on a little longer. We will see you guys next week, that's for sure. And see us a lot more, because now we are going to concentrate on our YouTube channel and take care of that. So, guys, with that being said, we will catch you guys on the next video. And thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to smash this like button, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. See you guys. Peace.